All right, tonight, how to recruit cold market on Facebook. You may not be watching this tonight, but I'm filming it at night, and that's why I said that. So, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jeff Gamble. My background is actually in traditional business. Also, former network marketer and currently a John C. Maxwell speaker, trainer, and coach. And tonight what we're going to talk about is how to recruit cold market on Facebook. And cold market means somebody you don't know, which could be half of your friends list. Because I know a lot of people, we connect to people, we have no idea who they are. They just had a cool cat video, or maybe they had a picture of a nice car, or maybe they had, something that we connected to, and now you're connected. So how do you do this? Well, first of all, you have to know the basics of recruiting. I tell people, don't go after people you don't know until you actually learn how to do it with people you do know. Warm market always comes first. In fact, I tell people, it typically has been true, not always, but it typically is true, that somebody that will not talk to their warm market, the reason they won't talk to their warm market is usually a belief about themselves. Now, this video isn't a belief about yourself, but that's what I've usually found. Or they tell me, oh, but I'm a professional salesperson. I've sold everybody in my family, which means basically they've screwed, tattooed, and, everything else to every single person they've ever known. And now nobody wants to deal with them, which can also be true. Legend Born, by the way, I don't sell these, but this is a friend of mine's company. Very cool shirt, stretchy. A lot of people say, well, Jeff, why do you do videos in black and white? And that's pretty easy, because ugly people like me don't look as bad in black and white. If you saw the color and saw what I look like, you'd be like, hey, you need my, people have all kinds of different products that they want to sell me. So, getting back to this, how do you cold market on Facebook? And this was something that was taught to me. I learned the wrong way, and what I say is I learned the wrong way is I actually had my account erased. Listen, people who post shit all the time that people don't like. Here's a way not to recruit on Facebook. Here's a picture of my company. Here's a picture of my company. Here's a before and after. 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 So you don't post 700 times. I actually did a video about warm market recruiting, and I would watch that, find that on my Facebook page. If you haven't already become a fan or like or whatever the hell it's called now, you might want to go do that. Obviously, I'm not very technical. For those of you who don't know that and watch it for the first time, for those of you who know that, well, yeah, we know you're not technical. So here's the thing. First thing is, it's a long-term game. You're going to be doing this for a while, so don't worry. The other thing is there's 1.5 billion people on Facebook, so if you happen to screw this up, if you happen to be like me and you lose an account or go to Facebook jail or whatever the hell they call it now, you can recover and figure it out. So, the first thing to do, and this is what I learned, this is working really well, it still works. I still connect to people and show other people how to do this, and they're having success in recruiting people. So, number one is find groups that have your same interests on Facebook. And people say, well, how do I find a group? It's very easy. Type in something you like. Horses, cats, cars, construction, real estate investing, Star Wars, 5-hour energy drinks, coconut oil, all natural. I mean, kind of focus it around why you like your company. Why do you like your company so much? It's probably because of the product line, the service that you have. I would go that direction and get as many groups as you can find in that category and as many subgroups. So if it happens to be something like 5-hour energy, maybe Monster and what's the other one? Red Bull. And there's a couple of them. And the reason I'm using those is because it's really easy to talk about, not because you're supposed to go join energy drink things. Now, if you're in the energy drink business, maybe that's a really good thing to do, is you want to join all those groups, because those are people who support energy drinks and they have something in common with your product. So either have something in common with your product or have something in common with what you like. I like UFC fighting. I like, really nice cars. I like leadership. So I'm going to go join categories that have that stuff in it. That way, I'm talking to people that I have something in common with. Does that make sense? I want people that like the stuff I like, so that way I can have a conversation about lifting weights and people getting punched in the face. And if you don't like people who punch people in the face, that's cool. You don't have to like everything that's about somebody, but you have to like some things in common, so that way you can have a conversation with them. I don't want to hang out with people that I have zero in common with, that I can't talk to. That's not fun. So I joined those groups. And I try to join groups that have a lot of people in them. You know, some of the groups that I've joined have 100,000 people. Some of them have 10,000. But I typically don't join groups that have 4 people. Unless you're in a niche market and you join all the groups that only have 4 and 5 people. And the first thing you ask is this group still running? Because then you instantly get into a conversation with the person that put the group together, and you can become good friends because you're his second fucking friend, you know? I mean, or fourth or whatever. Groups under 10 people, I mean, you get to know everybody real fast, you know? That's kind of nice. And then we're going to practice something called 10-5-3-1. 10-5-3-1. I've heard it 10-5-2-1. I've taught it 10-5-2-1, but I've found 3 works better. 10-5-3-1. Here it is. 10 people a day. Find 10 people a day inside the group and go to their page, their actual Facebook page. Don't hit them up. Don't post something on their page. Don't talk about your fucking company. Just like 5 posts. 5 posts that they've liked. Like 5 posts. Just the like button. Click. Hey, I like that. Click. So it's 10. The number 10 is for 10 people a day. The number 5 is for 5 likes. The number 3 is for 3 comments. So you're going to find 3 posts that they've done that you can comment on. And I say comment/compliment. You're trying to build rapport and friends. You're trying to get a connection. If they post something about a political figure and you're like, you're fucking stupid, I hate that person, and they suck, and you suck, and everything else, you're probably not going to recruit that person. I mean, if that makes sense. I mean, and I hate to say that I have to say it that way, but, you know, some people are so narrow-minded, if they fell face forward on attack, they'd poke both their eyes out. And you probably met some of them. So I got to talk to everybody here, because some people just get it, and they're like, Jeff, we know what you're talking about. And some people are like, I have no idea what you're talking about. You compliment them. You say, wow, I really like this. This post is great. It's really interesting what you put here, or a comment that they made. I try to look for stuff that looks like they've commented on it, not just shared. But, you know, some people, if their posts are horse, I'm going to be like, wow, that's a really cool one. I've never seen a horse that, you know, is 19 hands tall or whatever, you know. And most people are like, what does that mean? You're not a horse person, so don't connect to that page. I'm learning. I'm not a horse person either, so I'm just saying that. 3 comments/compliments. Then one thing that you're either going to share, or what I do is I always save the picture and I say, this is so good, I'm going to share it. Now, if that person doesn't know me and I've liked 5 of their posts, I've commented on 3 of their posts and complimented them, and one of their posts I've shared, this person is like, who is this person? And here's the thing, you kind of already like me. Why do you like me? Because I've liked 5 of your posts, I've commented and complimented on 3 of them, and now I'm going to share one thing that you put up. And people are like, wow, who is this person? This person's kind of cool. Then usually they'll hit back and you start a conversation, and then it goes into form. Family, occupation, recreation, and then the message. Or what I say, friendly. Hey, how's your day going? What's happening? Just however you normally talk, you talk to them. So it's form. And then at the end, the M stands for the message, the money, or the motivation. So then I get right to the point. I say, hey, can you do me a huge favor? I was looking on here and it says that you're in Florida. So I'm just typing this back and forth. I might not have even tried to make a connection and make them a friend yet on Facebook. I might still be in form, but somewhere through form, I probably make a connection with them. Hey, we should probably be friends. We like all the same stuff. And they're like, yeah, cool. And then I say, hey, I looked, and you're in Florida. Now, I know in my mind, I want my business in Florida. I know in my mind, I want my business in Texas. I know in my mind, I wanted my business in California. So what I do is I look for people that are in those states, and I say, hey, this is a really weird question, but the company I work with is actually looking for people in that state. Could you do me a huge favor? This might be typed out. Could you do me a huge favor and learn about what I do, so if you run into the right person, you might be able to refer them to me? That'd be super helpful. And people are like, sure, what do you do? Now, that's a reason why I don't have my shit all over my page. It doesn't say the name of my company 60 times. I don't have 40 before and after pictures. It's just me. And people are like, sure, what do you do? And then you have the ability to get a hold of them. So, guys, that's today's video. I appreciate everybody for watching. Like it, share it with somebody who needs it. Join WorkWith JeffGamble on Facebook, and I will see you on the next video tomorrow.